Morning everybody, how we doing? Billy Ray here. Thanks for clicking the button to tune in this morning. We're just heading out on a 2-day job. Hopefully it's 2 days. Anyways, I have been helped out so much by YouTube on how to do stuff, you know. And thus far on Billy Ray Smith's channel, Bucking Billy Ray's, excuse me, I haven't done much, you know, tutorials or how to or whatever, because I don't know, I just haven't, but I'm starting to do the odd little one. There's so much information on YouTube. There's some good stuff and not so good stuff. Anyways, long and short, I'm old school. I believe in doing stuff with your hands, and the less gadgets the better for me, just for me, remember that. So if anyways, I'm going to do a quick little thing on one technique of filing your power saw by hand. And I use both hands. I use both ways. I go one way and I go the other way. I don't flip the saw around. I don't do anything. And I urge you yourself, if you're going to be running power saw, to train yourself to file by hand without any gauges and without any stuff like that. Except for a raker gauge is nice because you want your depth gauge to be right on, so you're throwing the exact same chip on every tooth. Smooth. Anyway, so here we go. So I'm just going to put this here, and I'm going to give you an idea. There's always you can probably see this, there's a hook in the chain, okay? And it's right here. See this little hook right there? From the top of this, right there, to the bottom of the chain, which is right there, here and there. You want to maintain like a C. You want to hook. A lot of guys they'll forget about the gullet. I call it the gullet. And it is here, okay? So, let me just check that. We're just starting out here. Who's that? That's our customer. So, you know, you just run with, don't be afraid to run with your line. There's a line on the tooth. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple things. I'm going to change the angles. I'm going to put my glasses on. There we go. That's better. Now, and I'll show you a top angle, but this will give you an idea kind of how the file's rolling through here. Okay, you want to try and stay even, you know, a little bit of, you know, so there's a sharp tooth now, okay, nice and sharp, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm sure there's a nice hook there. Yep, nice little gullet. You want to stay with that right back, okay? So now I just pull her back to the next one right here. Now I just want to show you something, guys, here. Now, see the top of the tooth? This isn't a great example, but believe it or not, it is dull. You can see the tip is worn off it. You see that? It's worn off. Okay? Now, I'm going to do this one-handed because I want to show you. I'm going to hold this here and show you guys what happens to the tooth. Okay, I'm getting the gullet out. Now watch what happens. This will fold up. Any minute now that'll start. There it goes. It's starting to change. Okay? You'll see it fold up and come across straight now. Look at this. There it is. Okay? So, see that? Now this thing about there. Okay? There's a sharp tooth. Very sharp. See this one back here? See, it's been worn off too. Okay? So, but what I do, guys, gals and women and children, is I go all the way off one side, okay? Like this. Now this just gives you an idea what my file's doing. Okay? So it's important, you know, you could even go like this if your chain's real bad. Don't be afraid to get that gullet out. Take 2 or 3 strokes like that, you know, down. And then slowly change the angle of your file so that you're sharpening the top of the tooth. Okay, so this here, now look at the chips flying out of there now. It's important to have a good file. See, this is really flaking off here. Now I want to show you this. See this? Look at closely. See this material? There it goes. It just fell off. Okay, so that's very important. Morning. So there, that tooth is done. And the reason I'm hand filing today is because I'm on a residential job. Now, you know, there's lots of stuff on YouTube, and you'll hear guys say, oh, count your strokes, make sure you get exact amount of strokes on each tooth. Well, whatever. Sure, if you want to do that, great. But what if one tooth's been smashed to hell and the other one got missed? Trust me, that's where a raker gauge comes in handy, because your rakers, it don't matter the size of your teeth, as long as your raker depth is good, they're all cutting and they're all sharp. So don't worry about that so much, folks. Really don't, okay? You know, you got to get the tooth sharp. I don't care how many strokes, you know. So I just file it until it's sharp. That's what I do, okay? You know, you don't want to waste a bunch of metal. See, there it goes, flaked off, done, sharp. Okay? So you can kind of see what's going down. You see that, there it is, boom. As soon as that top, you know, sharp. Okay? So now I'm just going to show you this real quick. I'm not going to run you through the whole thing. So, but again, I do want to show you from this side. Okay? Actually, I'll show you from the other side because that'll work better. Now, I'm going to switch sides now. And I'm just going to show you what I do, okay, for over here now, for this side, okay? And I think the best position for this is actually still here, because you can actually see that. Now, I basically just switch. Okay, this is what I do. I switch my hands. I file left-handed, and I do the same process on the other side. Okay, I don't flip this off. Yes, when you first start, it will be uncomfortable. But don't give up. Just keep doing it. Each time you do it, it'll get better and better. Okay? And you'll be filing out in the bush. Let's say you're out in the bush. You can't be setting up some piece of rigging in the bush to file your power saw. See, this side got really hit. Okay? So you may think, okay, if you count my strokes, you're thinking, well, he's got 20 strokes over there. Well, I'm not ripping the material out. I'm filing it until it's sharp. So there we go. Now, over here, see here? There's that hook I was talking about, guys and gals, and women and children. Right there, okay? A hook, it looks like a C, okay? See that? A C. From the top to the bottom. Okay? So, you see the difference, eh? See this particular tooth? It's had the corner ripped right off it. Like it's dull. And that. Okay? Sharp. Sharp. Okay? So now, this one could use a couple touches up. It's got a little conket, so I'll just fix that real quick. Okay, there we go. Couple strokes. So this is what I do, guys. This is just what I do. Pull that back a bit. I file with both hands, and I trained myself to do it 20 years ago, and I love it because it's simple. You don't have to change nothing or turn saws around, or you can lay right on top of it out in the bush over a stump. You know, I grind my chain for falling, but you know, for residential, you know, so. This is just a quick little video to if this can help somebody, that's great. You know, again, so I do both sides. I use both hands, and I pull as much as I push. I pull with this as much as I push. In the beginning, okay, in the beginning when you're starting out, guys, seriously, just, you know what I mean? You'll see me. There's probably haters out there right now. See, they think I'm actually pulling back. Well, I'm not. All that is the file just kind of pulling back on the raker. It's just the raker's in front of the tooth. Like, it's just like, you know what I mean? That's all you're hearing. It's not, you don't pull back. We know this. So, you know, I could be going, but I don't. I've been doing it so long. It's just, hear the difference in sound? It goes, and then it goes in a higher pitch. So I'm just sliding it back off the raker. Okay? So don't get all caught up in all this stuff you hear. Just file the chain until it's sharp. You can see it change. It gets sharp, it's sharp. I don't care if you hit 20 pieces, 20 strokes on this side and 5 or 10 over here. Does not matter. Doesn't. Okay? Yeah, it'd be great in a perfect world if all your teeth, you know, stayed the same length, but they don't. I've smacked a piece of smacked a rock, and the whole one side got smacked off of one tooth and the other side didn't even get touched. What are you supposed to do then? You see what I mean? So don't get caught up in all this stuff you hear about, all this crap about the same amount of strokes and you know what I mean? It's silly in my mind. It's not real life. Real life is filing the tooth until it's sharp. If it takes 20 strokes, it takes 20 strokes. You know, have a good file. Make sure your file's good. I might get, believe it or not, 5-6 filings out of a file. I'm not kidding you. Like, I run full house, right? So, but I like to have a good strong file. So you're pulling steel, right? Anyways, just a quick little thing. Train yourselves to do it by hand if you can, because in a situation where you're out in the bush or you're out caught somewheres and I don't have my file guide. Oh no. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Train yourselves to just file old school. You'll thank yourself 10-15 years down the road, and you can share your knowledge with your grandson. Okay? So it's what I've been doing for years. Now, off in the distance here, I'll just put you guys here for now. This is what happens. This is what I do. Okay? Let's just get this straight here. Okay? I know that's on a little bit of an angle. Why don't we try this? This is going to end up at an angle too, isn't it? Sure it is. Let's put my glasses on. So this is what I do. That one's done. That one's done. Oh dear. Let's do something different. I like this. Yeah. Okay. So if you're wondering about angles, I can file like this. Can you see that, guys? I'll file like this. Literally, I will for about 3 strokes to get the gullet. And then I will slowly, next few strokes, I'll start straightening it out like that. And now I'm going straight, and that's when the top of that tooth cleans itself right up. Look at this. I'll show you this again. Look at this. This is important. See this? Can you see that? Look. There it is. Okay, there it goes. It's done. So, a couple more strokes just to clean it up, and she's done. I mean, I like a sharp chain. I'm not gonna say I don't, because I do. Oh, okay. Now, if you're wondering on an angle about the power saw, I go pretty straight across. Maybe a little bit, you know, a little bit up. You know, like say, like, you know, I'll do a few like this, couple like this. Then I slowly start straightening out my file, and then I end up right about here like this. So whatever that looks like to you from there, this is where I end up. About like this. Okay, that's one hand up there. So that's kind of where I end up. Okay, guys and gals, women and children, I hope that helps. You know, I remember when I was bucking on a dryland sort years ago, probably 20 years ago, and I was bucking on a dryland, and I asked this guy, this old logger, he's passed away now. He was a great guy, Fred. If anybody knows who I'm talking about, you'll remember him. He was a great guy, and I remember asking him. I said, "Hey." He used to ride around a little a quad, you know, on the dry land, eh? And I says, "Hey, Fred, can I just ask you something there?" I was a young aspiring guy, and I said, "How many filings are you getting out of a file? You know, are you getting, you know, 4 or 5 or whatever?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's about right." And I said, "Okay." And then I asked him another question about this, and he goes, "Yeah, that's what I do." So, you know, don't be afraid to ask questions, but talk to the old loggers if you can about this stuff. Some of this new age stuff, I gotta be honest, it's a little funny. So, anyways, we know I'm old school. I'm not down on anything that's, you know, I just run it old school. And if that works for you, great. Apply it. Have an awesome day. Billy Ray thanks you. Subscribe in, I'm going to start probably doing the odd little how-to and tutorial thing here, just because it's my give back to YouTube. YouTube has helped me out so much on any little thing. The tutorials, and hey, my old Ford truck, I need something, boom, 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 and there's 5 guys doing it, so why would I not do that? It's helped me, so hopefully this can help you guys too. Buck and Billy Ray, over and out. See you in the trees. Thanks for watching my videos, and we'll see you on the next one.